This is their land, their homes, and everything that you think it's yours is not yours. You go back to the America country and stay here, and I go back to my country.
Okay, can I talk now? Let's put politics aside for a minute. My friend that I know her personally was murdered.
Oh, you don't
raped,
think my friend died in front of my eyes and slaughtered?
Her
You don't
boobs
think so?
were cut off her body.
Yes,
Wow,
they cut the head off and they
That is all false propaganda. Please take
Please
down
remove
Rose from
Rose.
the live.
No.
Please
She's
take down
saying that
Rose
her
from the
friend
live
got
because we
killed,
don't do that to
But she
people.
doesn't.
We don't rape people. We don't pee on people. We don't behead people. This is false propaganda.
She left by herself.
My
She
friend
left by
was
herself.
headed.
This is their false
He was
propaganda
put
that
on
they
the
love to
plate.
spread.
Guys,
In
let's
front
not.
of my
Guys,
best
hold
friend
on.
was cut up and
Hold
raped.
on.
She's
Hold
at
on.
15 years
Guys,
old.
everybody. Sana, everybody, please. Let's not be like them. We are not fake.
false propaganda.
No. This is my story, honey.
Listen.
I'm not putting
I
anybody's
know.
stories. This is real.
No,
I
Sana.
have papers
She's
to prove
talking.
this is my grandmother's
I was talking
land.
about Rose, Habibti. Listen.
Rose, or because she's making up shit.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
listen.
She's getting paid. She's getting paid by the Israeli government to go on these people's lives, specifically Palestinian people, to spread her false propaganda and her crocodile tears. And this is unacceptable.
For everybody that doesn't translate, I translate
Go ahead,
right
Sana.
on the page.
Say your story.
Because I speak
Say your
English. I
story.
grew up here in this country. I'm American more than anybody here in this country. And I'm Palestinian and I am Lebanese.
أهلا
My
وسهلا
mother is
سناء.
Go ahead and say your story.
أهلا وسهلا سناء.
My
ستي
children are
لبنانية كمان.
Palestinians. My husband
وإحنا
is Palestinian. And I'm proud of it. And I stand with Palestine.
Thank you.
And
Say your
I'm
story
sorry.
about your grandmother.
My
جهاد
grandmother,
تفضل
she's
حبيبي جهاد
American,
معك
but
المايك.
Yeah,
her
thank you,
parents
thank
are Palestinians. And my grandfather is Palestinian. And she had 7 pieces of land that they went to the government and told them that she had no children and no grandchildren. And the government sold her land. They have no right. I can go there as an American and fight for my grandmother's land.
Sorry to cut you off. Yeah, we know it's false propaganda because you know damn right if this was true, it would be all over mainstream media. If the Palestinians actually, like she said, cut off her breasts and raped her and peed on her, it would make it to mainstream media.
They tried it. They tried it with the 40 babies being
my
beheaded.
best
They
friend,
did
14
try
years
it.
old,
Then they
was cut up
recanted.
in pieces and raped. So don't tell me I don't know about people dying in front of my face. I've seen it all. As a 12-year-old, I saw too much.
And this is specific to, if anyone is familiar with Zionism and these beliefs, is it true that the belief is that some people believe that their Messiah can only come if they expel all Arabs from that land? Does anyone know anything
They
about
make up
that?
stories. Of course they're going to make up stories.
Yes, I do. So that's actually so. If you look,
Listen, I'll tell you what I know. I'll tell you what I know about this situation. So, why do you think the Christians or like the Jehovah Witness or the evangelicals are helping Israel? For one single reason, because they think that Jesus will not come before all the Arabs are out of Israel, and they're wanting to make that happen. So that's why
I'm a Christian and I believe Jesus is gonna come anyways, no matter what.
Yes, you believe it like that, but they believe in another way, that they have to let Israel kill everybody around them until Jesus comes back.
The Jews do believe that. Yes, they do believe that. So, but promised land from
not the
who?
Jews, not
Nobody
the Jews,
promised
not
them
the
the
Jews.
land. They just took it over.
The
They
white
just
Christian
wanted
nationalists and the
not the
Zionist
Jews, no.
Christians.
The true Jews that follow Judaism, no, they don't believe in that. They believe in peace, and they even believe that
Actually,
they're not supposed
they're walking
to
with
country.
some of the riots going on here. They're walking with them. I
Yes,
saw
So the
that.
Jews that you
that's
see
the
that
truth.
walk and represent the Jews that you see and walk and represent Palestine are part of a Jewish group called Netori Karta. Okay, so essentially what they believe is they're not supposed to have a homeland until the Messiah returns.
Exactly, 100%.
Okay, so this
Yes.
is what they believe. They'll return to Israel when the Messiah returns, but until then, they're supposed to roam freely and not have a homeland. So, yeah.
Let's hear Jihad. He's new here. Jihad, go ahead, bro. Everybody, please mute your
Hey,
mics.
can you
Mute your
mute that
mics.
background that has all that noise? What is that?
Oh, sorry.
Mute.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everybody. So I'm sorry about my English. It's not gonna be like you
It's
guys.
okay, bro. No
You guys
worries. No
talking better
worries.
than me. Okay. So if I don't want to talk about the history, because if we back to the history, the real history, everybody knows about it, but they're trying to fake the history, and they don't want to say the the first people they lived in Palestine, they are the Canaanites. I know you guys, some of you they know about it, but
Yes.
it's not about
Who's talking? I'm sorry. Who's talking?
jihad.
Jihad.
But why do you want to talk about the past? This is when it started. It
No,
started in
no.
Okay, listen,
1948.
because I'm gonna tell you, if I talk about the history, like there is a lot of people they can say, oh, they fake the history, they fake the history. I'm gonna talk about right now. Right now, the Israel said the people, the Palestinian people or Hamas, they killed babies and they cut heads off or all this shit. And the president, he believed that and he started talking about that. And the White House, after a couple days, they said, oh no, we don't see videos. So anyone talking about all this shit, show me some videos or some pictures of these.
The babies are died?
Evidence.
You didn't
Yes.
see them?
Yeah, show me
Are you
some
kidding me? Go
evidence.
look on the TikTok. They're all over the news.
Okay. Over the news, they don't show any videos or
Well,
pictures.
yes, they have. They've been
Fana,
showing
Fana.
videos.
No, these pictures.
He's talking
Okay.
about the fake propaganda.
Yes, this is all this fake. What they got, it's from like I know somebody they trying to show me some things. I back to the video. The video it's for babies from Gaza. Okay, baby from Gaza.
Natalia, nothing is funny.
So
Really,
if
nothing is
if you
funny
want
in
to
here.
talk about
And
things what
sorry, hold on. Let
happened
me
now,
answer them.
okay.
Seth, get rid of. Yeah, don't get rid of Hamas. Hamas is doing. They're just trying to protect everybody, all the Palestinians and all Gaza. They're just protecting themselves because they've been gated for so many years. They can't go get jobs. They can't get money. They can't get oil. They can't get food. They can't get gas. They can't get water. And now they cut off all the water for them and food. How you like it if somebody cut your water and food off? What would you do? At least they're trying to help.
They're making the news. They are people like us. Like you can have a friends. They are a liar. The people they making news. They are a liar too.
تبعون هدوكي مش تبعون
Yeah, I know.
اه
The CNN and all this, like,
اها السي
yeah,
ان
yeah.
ان السي
Fana,
ان ان
Jihad.
كل شيء بيسكروه ما
Jihad
بيخلوك تشوف
English.
شيء. In CNN they don't
Jihad
let you
English
see
is a
all
little
the
bit.
news. I want to speak in English so they
Is
understand what I'm saying.
Yes, that's why we speak in English.
Yes, and they don't tell you all the news and what's going on overseas because they're trying to hide things, a lot of things.
They're for profit, and their advertisers and investors are invested in a lot of
Exactly.
times the military industrial complex, and they have financial
Yes.
interests in it. But Jihad, I do think though the history is really important. The context is important because for me, I got more involved this time around because I know Gaza has been occupied. I know this has been ongoing, but I got especially involved now because I see this intersection between white Christian nationalism and the Zionist movement and Israel. And when you look at how Israel was formed in the first place and contextualize it in like the fact that there were so many imperialist European nations colonizing. I mean, Tunisia for one. Like Tunisia gained independence in 1957. But it all kind of makes a lot of sense that they formed this pretty much. It's almost like it is, in my mind, it is an arm of white supremacy, and it's almost as if the solution to the Jewish problem of Europeans was kicking them out of Europe, pushing them on to other people. And to me, it seems like it's a very nefarious, like it's a political thing, has nothing to do with, you know, the actual people. But I see this as very like it's imperialism, it's settler colonialism in that context.
Are you talking about the Holocaust?
No, the establishment of Israel as a country, yes, and how they use the Holocaust to justify it. And a lot of times here in the U.S., people think of the Holocaust and they say, well, the Jewish people deserve a homeland because of the Holocaust. The thing is,
it wasn't not our homeland. Go get their own
exactly. It wasn't the Arabs or Muslims who terrorized the Jews out of Europe. You know, it was the Nazis.
You know, I know I shouldn't compare it, but here in the United States, they had slaves. And that's exactly how they're treating those Palestinians.
And I agree. And you can make these parallels like with the Native American genocide. Push that. It was manifest destiny. There was an ideology wherein people were dehumanized. And this is what they're doing to the Palestinians.
Yep. And they freed
Pally,
the
bro,
slaves. How come they won't be freeing the Palestinians?
1 second, Sana. Pally, bro, can I take you off, bro? There is somebody asking for it to come on. I'll bring you back up.
No, أنا بقدر أنزل.
You want me to go down?
No, Sana, it's okay. Stay. There is somebody that's been requesting. اوكي
انا كمان راح انزل. الله يسعدكم. يعني انا ما حبيت اني احكي عن التاريخ لانه في التاريخ في كثير شغلات لو احكيها هم يعني
ما هي بتبلش من التاريخ من اول إشي بلشت من هناك. عشان هيك عم بقول لك انا لا لازم نحكي من كله من الاول.
احنا اذا بدنا نحكي بالتاريخ هم تاريخهم مش بس حتى البلد اللي احنا عايشين فيه كله تاريخهم بالمره. فنفس التاريخ يعني صح. كل تاريخهم
بس هم مش فاهمين إشي يعني بيطلعوا على النوز ما بفهموش إشي.
خلينا
half of the American friends don't understand what's going on.
خلينا نسمع فتحي يا جماعة لو سمحتوا. اعملوا ميوت. خلينا نسمع فتحي.
تفضل
حبايبي. أنا عايش في لوس أنجلوس.
تفضل.
أهلا حبيبي. أنا باحترام للكل. أنا عايش في لوس أنجلوس وبيفهموا بيحبوا الكل وناس حبوبين وما عندها مشاكل. بس الحكومه اللي عم بتزعزع على الفلسطينيه والاردنيه واللي بدك اياه وعم بتدخلهم بعضهم بخلوا يسبسبوا ببعضهم ويتحرشوا ببعضهم. هيدي هي لا اكثر ولا اقل. وبيقتلوا لهم كم ولد وبيغتصبوا كم بنت وهيدي هي لا اكثر ولا اقل. وبتصير مشاكل هيك.
شو يعني مضبوط هيك؟ سوري.
هاي الفكره عم بيسبسبوا على السوشيال ميديا وعم بيسلموا العالم والبنات وصغار وكبار وخابطين بعض. Okay, they are fighting each other with a cuss way and F way and raping girls and boys and killing some kids and making a problem and you know that's what it is.
He's basically saying both governments are doing this shit and they're all watching.
Yeah.
No, not both governments. On one side of the government, he is saying.
Can I say something? Good morning, everyone.
Go to the computer and watch and come back to TikTok, which is Chinese. You're gonna see the difference.
صباح الخير. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What you're saying?
Exactly. I don't understand. What's your point?
Causing. That's what causing problem. Take it easy and listen to news and listen to people. It's very peaceful. Hamas doing whatever it's doing.
It's peaceful? Did you see Gaza? Have you looked to see Gaza's buildings? And the children are dying under the rubble?
But that's
wake
basic.
up! Go wake up!
Oh boy.
Sorry.
Look, you like to
نزله.
خلاص ما مشكلة.
Thank you.
Can I say something? Well, let's think about.
سلطان. هلا سلطان. تفضلي ام سلطان. المايك مع ام سلطان يا جماعه لو سمحتوا. انا بدي اوقف شوي لانه ظهري صار يجعني، صار لي 4 ساعات على اللايف.
يعطيك العافية. سلام. يعني let's think what's
بعد
after
مش نايم والله
this.
يا ام سلطان، الواحد مش قادر ينام.
مش قادر ينام صح. أنا لقيت ريليف بالبسس هدول اللي إجوا هيك، يمكن الله بعت لي إياهم عشان anyway.
Let me speak.
Let's plan what's after this. What's after this? What we need to do. That's what we should concentrate
We have to be
about.
والله يا ام سلطان الوضع صعب حاليا. الوضع صعب جدا. غزة يعني مذبوحة، ذبح 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 ذبح.
احنا هون بأمريكا عاملين مظاهرات، واليوم عملوا مظاهرة بالداون تاون ميشيغان، وبكرة عاملين مظاهرة بديربورن، والسبت مظاهرة سوري الجمعة والسبت نهارين بديربورن، وكمان مرة نهار الاثنين رح نعمل واحدة بلانسينغ هون عشان يكونوا فاتحين الحكومي ونكون قدامهم.
Which is good. بس دائما بيساووا مظاهرات وما مظاهرات. They always protest. It's like لوينتا يعني
بده يضلوا يعملوا مظاهرات لله يفرجها.
Yeah, but this is like not the first time.
العالم نايمة، ما حدا عم بفيق. يعني الأردن، مصر، it's just frustrating.
الأردن عم بيعملوا مظاهرات، أنا شفت المظاهرات بس مش عم بيخلوهم يفوتوا على فلسطين.
ما خلوهم والله، جربوا بس ما خلوهم. يعني هدول
ولبنان كمان واقفين على الحدود ومش عم بيخلوهم.
لا والله تشلهم واقفين معانا والحمد لله.
Can you guys please give the mic to Debbie?
Hi, I'm from the U.S.
Everybody, please mute your mics. Everybody mute your mics. The mic is with Debbie. Go ahead, Debbie.
I just want to say I'm from the U.S. and I've learned a lot about your country in the last few days. And I have no prejudice. My daughter's half Turkish. I am finding out a lot of things I never knew happened. I don't think anybody should be punished as water being taken away, food, innocent children in any country. I just want to say I'm praying for the world. There's too much prejudice. There's a lot of lies. The news, and and I'm near New York. It's all lies. We're on high security alert for tomorrow for terrorism. But there's good and there's bad people in every country. Everywhere. And I just want you to know I'm praying for everybody. And, it's sad. I cry every day. This is horrible. Innocent people are losing their homes. How one country can starve another country or take water away. Animals shouldn't be treated that way. But thank you for educating, because a lot of us Americans don't know what's going on.
Thank you so much. That's why we started these lives.
Opening up. I appreciate you actually sitting here and listening, because I know a lot of people aren't open to that. They just want to scream, no, you guys are terrorists. So we do appreciate that. And we're just here to educate people, because I do know that here in the U.S., I was born and raised here, we do not have the proper resources to educate our people of what's really going on. So I do appreciate that. And we welcome you, and we welcome anyone that wants to get educated about the situation.
Thank you so much for listening to us.
I was speaking
true
with
stories,
my brother.
I promise you.
I was speaking with my brother today.
Thank you, Miss Debbie.
Oh, you're welcome. I was speaking with my brother this evening, and he's like, "Wouldn't you have enough of that?" So not everybody is against you, and trust me, none of us need war or want war. But
I think here we're in the U.S. More of us, everybody is waking up around us. All the Americans, they're learning the truth about overseas, because they never knew about it. And
I never knew about this.
Exactly, and that's why we're here and we're trying to explain to you. I was raised here also, and but I've been through 2 wars in my life, from from when I was born till I was 12 years old. So I had enough of the war. But thank God for my grandmother was born here. Even though she's Palestinian, she was born here. And that's why we were able to come to United States.
I've been born and raised here. My daughter's father's from Cyprus,
Turkish.
but it's sad. It's all sad. It's all a nightmare. 9/11 to me was a horror. My brother's ill from that, and now we have threats of that tomorrow. Do I blame you guys or anybody? No.
We had nothing to do with the Palestinians. Had nothing to do with it.
It's terrorism. That's all that is.
Right, but you don't think the Jews being terrorized the Palestinians right now?
Definitely.
I think they are being?
Yes.
I to be honest, I don't know.
They are. We're just letting you know.
I really would like to make sure that we don't conflate people with the acts of military
not Jews,
it's a
not
freedom
Jews,
of speech
not Jews.
As I think.
Not Jews, Sana, not Jews. Please focus on Zionism, not Jews.
Yes,
not all Jews are bad. No, don't say that.
No, but there is a difference though, because the people of Israel, not all of them, you know, they're not against what's happening. You see them coming into the chat saying, oh, we're going to flatten Gaza. We're going to do this, you know, death to your children, death to this, death to that.
Shame on them.
Yeah. So I don't think, who was it that was speaking? Who was speaking prior?
Aisha.
Yeah. I think, I mean, let's be real. I'm not saying all the people of Israel are bad, but I'm saying majority do not care. They don't care what's going on. They absolutely have, you know, no sense of empathy, and they like to see what's happening, and they do want to wipe us clean, because that's clearly what I'm witnessing. Because I'm not talking about IDF soldiers. They're, you know, they're on the ground doing whatever they're doing.
If they believe that,
people come into this chat chanting horrific, derogatory things about our people being slaughtered, that's unacceptable.
Really, Muslims, Christians, Jews, and many people in Israel who do not. This is why their government has been going through.
Palestine.
Right, and which is why I said not all, illa ma rahima rabbi, but majority, from what I've been seeing and about how they've, you know, they're trying to spread their false propaganda and try to twist our photos and make it into theirs. You know, our children are dying, and they're using all these tactics of throwing it to the Western media saying, oh, these are our children. You know, the celebrities are jumping on this bandwagon that, oh my God, pray for Israel, with pictures of, you know, children of Gaza and Gaza being destroyed. Like, what is this? You know? So it's
people with such huge platforms spreading misinformation like that it's not okay, because they end up acting as almost like mouthpieces.
And exactly. And I think it's very important, especially
it's not only Israel.
Like Debbie come in here, they don't know our plight. They don't know what's going on. They don't know that, you know, we've been fighting this for 75 plus years.
The full history.
So it's important that we educate, and that's what we're here doing. We're trying to educate, because I'm 100% certain that she's seeing videos that she probably, you know, looks at us as terrorists, or she doesn't know the difference between a terrorist or a Palestinian or an Arab or a Muslim.
Or protecting
to the Western world, we are all one. We are all animals. We are all terrorists. That's how they see it.
You know, if somebody come into your home and your
them.
children are sleeping and they say, get out from your home.
It changed my mind completely.
They said, they'll tell them, get out of this house. It's not yours anymore. We're going to have another family come into this house, and it's theirs. I mean, they put up with a lot.
Being said, and I am no way, I will never undermine the suffering of people and living under occupation. I am not undermining that. I just think we always need to be holding systems and institutions accountable.
And absolutely, it's all the governments are the terrorists. They are, you know, the root to all evil. This is all about money and power. And Debbie, I do recommend that you go onto Instagram, search up Shaun King, SHAUN.
I did.
Okay, I'm glad you did. And that's exactly what's happening on the ground. And the difference is babies. That's not happening in Israel right now. They don't have babies getting slaughtered. They don't have their children getting killed. They
they're
don't have
saying
mothers.
a lot of stuff about
Right.
that.
So it's very important that we spread all this, all these facts, tell the world.
Awareness.
We are spreading awareness, and that's
Well,
it's very
today
important.
I learned something about the United States because nothing's free here for us. We don't get free education. We don't get free food. We don't
But they're sending overseas about $80 billion.
Our tax dollars are going to fund these war crimes, and it's absolutely ridiculous because our own people come back from wars with PTSD. I had a business in downtown Dallas. The amount of homeless veterans on the street was sickening. It made me sick to my stomach.
I was in California about a month ago, and there millions of homeless people around the streets in California, in Long Beach especially, where my sons live, and you would not believe how come they don't give them some money to build them the houses.
See New York is, I live near New York.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Well, good luck and God bless you all. And
Thank you.
My Christianity does not
absolutely, and neither does our Islam. We believe in peace.
Mine says this is happening in the end of times, and
absolutely.
Not only Islam,
and I just want to let you know, Islam and Christianity is very, very similar. So I just want you to know that we believe
humanity does not know religion.
And here, Sanat right here, she's a Palestinian Christian. So I said, we are all one. And there are Palestinian Jews as well. We all stand hand in hand. This isn't about
my daughter's a Muslim.
Annabelle,
she's 24
we're not telling lies.
God bless you, Ms. Debbie. Thank you very much for your
support. Prejudice in this world. We all need to love each other.
Thank you.
Okay, God bless you all.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Can you take me out of the box?
لن نركع إلا لله.
نعم حبيبي أخوي. You want me to talk in Arabic or in English?
Oh, I got it.
Brother.
English is better.
A lot of people don't understand Arabic. فبالإنجليزي أحسن أفضل.
No problem. I will try. The problem is Israel 75 years to now doesn't want peace, doesn't need justice, doesn't make no right, no human right. Nobody listen to us. Nobody treating us like a human. We are Palestinian. We have a right left like every human to do self-defense. I don't know why anyone have a right to do like self-defense and trying his best to defend his life, his kids, his land. The only us. Everybody know the truth and he's not saying the truth. Very sad, but this life is very short. Allah know everything. And if a lot of people die now, it's okay because all of us, we are going to die. No one is kept. Please tell everybody, but a lot of people know what's going on. The eye is open, but doesn't want to say the truth. I see them every day. It's very sad what we're seeing. The human right doesn't do nothing. The justice law doesn't do nothing. I don't know who will do it. We have to ask only Allah and God to help us. And inshallah, Allah will help us. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you for telling everyone. And I hope everybody listen. And a lot of people know the truth and say the lie. It's very sad.
Thank you so much, brother. That's what we're trying to do. Educate everybody. That's what we're trying to do. Educate. Thank you so much.
And this is not a group. This is Palestinian army. Every country have army. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful evening.
Shukran. Thank you.
I just want to reiterate what he said. The closest that we got into peace in the Middle East was with Yasser Arafat and Sharon Peres, but unfortunately Sharon Peres was assassinated. And we need more people like Yasser Arafat or Sharon Peres that really believe in a peace talk, because we're not going to get anywhere.
Why do you think they took out what's his name? Bill Clinton, because he was too close to Arafat.
Mm-hmm. He shook his hands.
Remember Monica Lewinsky? Monica Lewinsky?
Yeah. Well, I just want to clarify.
They created her so they can take him out.
I just want people to understand to clarify about the Israeli government. The government, the IDF, and the settlers are majority Zionist. There's a very small group that are following the Judaic religion. And those that are settlers or in the army or whatever, they have hijacked the Jewish religion. Because if you are truly Jewish and following Judaic Torah, in Deuteronomy, it clearly states that the people were tested by Moses, refuted Moses, and that's why they were punished and sent to four ends of the earth. And they are waiting for their Messiah. They are not allowed to have a sovereign state until their Messiah comes, because then they will have their own sovereign land and they will build their temple. Right now, what the Zionist Jews are doing, they're desecrating Al-Aqsa Mosque in the land. They're digging under the Al-Aqsa Mosque to put in false artifacts that they've collected.
Do you have any evidence the Israeli government digging?
Bro, wait for your turn, Wait for your turn. Wait for your turn. Mute yourself and wait for your turn.
I've seen the gate where Palestinians are not allowed to go in. It's in the old city.
Do you have any evidence or a little bit of evidence?
Hold on.
You keep claiming you keep starting wars because of
rules from we don't start wars. What evidence it's you the want? Israeli government, and your IDF are the ones who are starting the wars because your agenda.
Thank you. Evidence. Baby.
Nobody respect the rules. You're out. Either you respect the rules or you get out. When people is talking, you don't interrupt. Let them finish, and then you can comment. If you don't respect the rules, you're out. I don't care who you are, whether you're on my side or their side. I don't care. As long as you respect the rules. No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the guy. I said two things needed from anybody that want to come, whether you support this or that. I don't care. We are talking to educate people, stating facts and respect. If you're here to disrespect or could try to interrupt and blah blah blah, that's not what this live is for. Go spread your propaganda somewhere else.
You know, the one thing the government didn't, think about in the future is the grandchildren of all the people that were either exiled or murdered, and, that their grandchildren were going to come and have this resistance, that we are the strongest now more than they expected, and that our voices are being heard. It's finally waking people up. And the more that we know our history, the better we are at explaining it to the people that don't know and their eyes have been shut. Because the American government, they're $38 billion from our tax-paying dollars. Imagine what for all the students that have loans, the elderly that don't have the proper, Medicare insurance, the homeless situation. Like, all this can be resolved if all this money was here. Just this week, $6 billion were sent as an emergency fund. It's not enough that they got our military, the weapons, the ammunition, the guns, the tanks, the airplanes. It wasn't enough. If America would just stop sending this money, Israel would have no reason to fight. They wouldn't have the backing behind it. I'm from Deir Yassin. My grandfather was killed.
That's the thing. Biden right now, Biden have elections. We all know that the election is coming, and Biden is trying to get all the support and all the votes he wants. Maybe that's one of the biggest reasons right now.
Well, the majority of the government, anybody who's in the government situation, the lobbyists are 80% Zionist. You have the media, CNN, Fox News. You have a lot of actors and actresses and singers that are all Zionists. Their money is flooding Israel. So, we just have to wake up and can you hear me?
تفضل يا أم سلطان.
اوكي، ما حدا بده اياهم وبدهم يخلوهم هون عشان يخربوا علينا، وكلياتها بوليتكس. وحماس لما ضربت اكيد هم عارفين، بس انا مش رح اقدر احكي اكثر من هيك لان انا لما بحكي
it's been proven that they knew because the Mossad and the CIA work together in tandem. And for some reason, they allowed this to happen just so they can just say that the Palestinians are terrorists.
Speaking of UN, when the United Nations is stepping up,
The United Nations is blocked by the U.S. because the U.S. has the majority of votes. No matter, look at how many UN resolutions have been made against Israel, and they can't enforce it because of the United States.
New York, Pally, شو مالك? أنت you're on the live. Why you in the
She's
chat?
blocked.
What's going on? She's not blocked. She's
No,
here.
I mean,
What do you mean?
her mic. Click on your picture and push the mic.
Push the mic. I didn't mute you. You can talk.
She has to do
But
it.
let's give the mic to Nidal first. Nidal. Everybody please mute your mics. Nidal, go ahead, brother.
How are you guys? Assalamu alaikum. I'm very saddened about this situation, and I'm telling you guys, I'm very, very saddened. The last time I talked to my dad in Gaza was when the first time I talked to my dad. Actually, I just wanted to repeat myself. Yeah, the first time I talked to my dad was like after the incident, 4 days later. And then within just today, I talked to him twice. The first time, he just repeated to me that there's no internet, no access to anything. He just basically barely got some data from his neighbor just to talk to me. You know, I just can't sleep. You know, it happened to my brother 2 years ago. Missile went to his room while studying.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
You know, and while I'm here living in Canada, it just hurts me to see how free people are, and just to talk about all of this without any result, and just to go out and just making it against two. Just look at these people getting killed by this one side that trying to prove themselves all these lies just to prove that they're right and we're wrong. And it's so obvious in front of everybody. We don't have to prove anything. They can just see it right there. And they don't do nothing about it. And just the fact that I'm in Canada, seeing the two presidents of America and Canada look so serious that they are with Israel. It is so, how do I say it? It's such a big lie. It's such a big lie to these communities, to make them hate us without knowing our agenda and our history. All they have to do without hating is just come ask why we are doing this. And I've seen other channels, Arabs are insulting Hamas, saying they're hummus. And plenty of Arabs just saying it in Arabic, point blank, in their own countries. Like, it's saddening to see people freely talk while they're in a free country, having everything they want, while these people are fighting to have that. And they don't see the big, they don't see the big picture. Blinded. And my dad, basically, his last response to me.
Nidal, a lot of people in the chat, they're saying, okay, but Hamas is killing people. Please tell them for how many years your parents have been living in fear in Gaza.
I've been there. I've been through 2 wars. I was born in Kuwait, so when the Gulf War happened, I've seen dead bodies. So for people to come and be traumatized of what's happening right now, we've been through more than that. It's like we see that on a Tuesday now. You know what I mean? It's nothing new. And at the end, they don't do nothing about it. But when it happens to them, it's all over the news. And they're showing you guys footages of old footages of ISIS doing stuff like that and pin it on Hamas. This is wrong. Like, they need to research before they know what's Hamas doing right now. Enough is enough. What they're doing is retaliating. They're freedom fighters right now. And I believe that. Whatever you guys see that they're raping women and holding and killing heads, that's not true.
It's fake.
I see it in front of my eyes. It's all fake. It's all fake. So for people to start showing that, and then the president of President Biden came out and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was false news." Come on, man. Even though those are 40 heads, did you know those are the 40 heads of Palestinians that are being killed and more? Not their side. They're living a lavish life. But when one of them gets hit by a spoon, the whole hell goes loose. My family,
the whole world talks about it.
Yeah, my aunt right now, her whole house is demolished. Nobody talks about that. They don't show that. Somebody else's houses, her neighbors are all demolished. Nobody talks about that. But they show a little apartment missile that went into there. Oh, it's a whole... All we're saying is that that's it. It's enough. Either we do this, Hamas and the Gaza people are saying either we die... This is it. Like, we have to do this. We die anyways.
Yeah. You're saying I don't trust the news, but I know none of you either. How do we know? Please go and search up Sean King on Instagram. He is an American man. He is reporting about what's going on in Gaza. He is showing the innocent civilians being killed. He is showing our children being rescued, not even rescued, pulled out of rubble in pieces, mothers mourning their children. You could see all of that on Sean King's Instagram, ShaunKing. And the reason why I keep telling you guys to go to Sean King is because this isn't biased news. It's not a Palestinian person posting. Black man posting for us what's going on in Gaza on the ground, live. Literally, he's been posting day by day. He's about to get shadow banned. They're probably going to ban his old account, but he has all the footage, all the videos, everything that's going on currently in Gaza and what the Israeli government is doing to our people. So if you want to see the videos, if you want to see receipts, if you want to see the proof, please go and look up Sean King. All the information will be on his page. It's not biased news. It's literally an American guy that is posting about what's going on.
Let me add one thing here.
Christian?
Most of the people that came here have personal experience. They have family in Gaza. They have lived in Gaza. They have their family in Palestine. We're not talking drama. We're not bullshitting. We're not spreading fake news like everybody else.
Israelis have one video. Literally, they have like one video on repeat because they don't have any other videos because, again, we don't terrorize innocent civilians. But if you go to Sean King's page, you will find dozens and dozens and dozens of videos. You will find hundreds of children getting slaughtered. It's not fake propaganda. It's not fake
They're all
news.
under the rubble. They're all under the rubble.
It's everything that's happening live. It's nothing that they could orchestrate or fake. It's what's going on now versus what Israel and the mainstream media is putting up for everybody. It's all fake, or they steal videos from us. You will see the actual Palestinian people. You will see women with their hijabs to show that they are Muslim Arab women in Gaza, mourning their children, them from under the rubble, burnt children in pieces. Can you imagine? Pieces of children, mothers pulling their pieces of children from under the rocks and the rubble. It's sad. It's very sad, but it's not for the weak.
Desired. Did you just block him? Desired is saying stuff about ISIS. There's nothing to do with ISIS, the Palestinians. The ISIS was created from the Americans.
Nidal,
and it's Sean King. Go check his Instagram page. Again, he is an American black man. He is against any kind of terror, and he has also spoken for his Jewish friends that are, in Israel, but he is also showing everything that's going on in Gaza. You will see all the footage on his page. Search Sean King, not S-E-A-N, it's S-H-A-U-N, and you will see exactly what is going on in Gaza right now.
Zainab, you can type it for them.
They're doing it right now. We can't pin when we're on live with several people.
Habibi, tell me How how was the last phone call with your father in Gaza?
I'm telling you, basically, he's crying, and at the same time, he's giving me the goodbye. That, and it's just it's killing me inside, you know. Basically, this is the last time I talk to him, and every time I call him, it just doesn't answer. Only when he connects me to him, you know what I mean? If I get connected by him, that's the only time, you know. So that's the second time now we connected as of today, within the 24 hours.
You're this
May Allah
man, so
protect him.
basically
May Allah
the
protect him.
people of Gaza are just waiting for death to come to them. That is how these people are living. There's nowhere to run, there's nowhere to hide, there's nowhere to go. They are living in an open air prison, and they're just waiting for God to take their souls, and that's it. That's the reality of the Palestinian people right now. They are getting wiped clean.
I'm sorry, but I just want to say something. Like, when I was there, those are condensed area full of 20-story high buildings everywhere, and to the point, that's how they live. That's why there's almost 3 million people living there, and to the point where you look at that and seeing it getting bombed every second, it's like nothing to them. It's like I don't know how to. I know this.